CBA shares fell as much as 1% in the first few minutes today, hours after the lender said it expects the federal government's Financial Intelligence Unit to make fresh allegations. At 10.10 am this morning, AEDT, CBA shares had rallied slightly but were still the worst performing of the major banks, down 50 cents, or 0.62%, at $79.81. They were the worst performing of the major banks. The bank late yesterday filed its defense to Ostrak's initial allegations, made in August, admitting it was late filing 53,506 reports on transactions due to a systems error and that it did not adequately adhere to risk assessment requirements for automated deposit machines. Ostrak has indicated that it proposes to file an amended statement of claim containing additional alleged contraventions, CBA said in its statement released after the market closed yesterday. Commonwealth Bank filed its defense to Ostrak's initial allegations, made in August, admitting it was late filing 53,506 reports. Source: News Corp Australia. If an amended claim is served on us, we expect the court would set a timetable for CBA to file an amended defense. CBA shares shed about 14% of their value over the 5 weeks immediately after Ostrak alleged it had failed to properly monitor potentially suspicious transactions. In that period, CBA announced that Chief Executive Ian Narev would retire and that executives would not receive their short-term bonuses. The shares had since recovered much of their losses, and were valued at $80.31 before the open today, down about 5% since August 3. CMC Markets chief market strategist Michael McCarthy said the outlook for CBA still depended on how Ostrak pursues the case. The key issue is whether Ostrak looks at this as a single contravention or 53,000 separate breaches, each subject to a separate penalty, Mr. McCarthy said. The bank argues that its failures should not amount to separate contraventions of the law. It has admitted to 91 of 174 of Ostrak's allegations that it failed to properly submit suspicious matter reports, SMRs, and will argue that many of those relate to reports that were missing specific transaction details, and should not result in a civil penalty. The bank will also argue it lodged a significant number of SMRs related to the customers highlighted in Ostrak's allegations, and that this should be considered when the court assesses the harm caused by CBA's failure to comply with all the legal requirements of those reports. During the period of the claim, CBA submitted more than 36,000 suspicious matter reports, including 140 in relation to the syndicates and individuals referred to in Ostrak's claim, the bank said.